I miss? A whole lot. Trust me. What did we miss? Not much. I'm telling you right now, we took a good solid break off YouTube and we've just been chilling. I'm safe to say we're back. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get this content. This is your tech dad, Paris. Thank you for tuning in once more. Thank you to all the subscribers who stay loyal. I know I lost a lot of subscribers. I've been looking at the numbers and I was like, you know what? They were never real fans anyways. So thank y'all for checking in, tapping in to the family, of course, as always. Now, yes, we took a break from YouTube. We just needed a good, a little mental break. It's extremely important that creators do take time for themselves, their family, and just chill. Sometimes, especially if things aren't really going the way you think it's supposed to, it's pretty difficult to get online and put yourself out there and be vulnerable and, speaking to the lens, speaking to people, and put that out there and be brave enough to have something out there where people can judge and have their own opinions and say what they want and whatever. Now, on top of that, it's even a little bit harder when you see the results not matching what the quality and whatever it is that you're putting up. Now, of course, some people say, "Oh, I want you trying to go viral and this and that." A lot of people will tell you, pull you in all the different directions or whatever. But end of the day, you have to do what is best for you, what makes sense, and what you truly are about. So, for me, I'm not gonna be the guy, or we're not gonna be the people online doing stuff that we won't generally or would never do just to get some likes and views and whatever. And we've been actually seeing a really nice uptick in our content and appreciation for it as we continue to show what it is that we do, what we talk about, what we want to learn, what we try to share, and what we try to teach. And that's the way it should always be, genuine as much as possible. And that's truly where the people who really rock with you will definitely find you. The thing about going viral is it's great. A lot of people may come, but then when you don't do something next that they really like, then they just disappear. And then you're like, what do you really get from that? Especially if you don't have anything set up, like your backend systems and all that. So, which we've been working on very seriously with, of course, Momtrepreneur University. Shout out to Momtrepreneur University, and of course, the Content Squad with Jalen, aka Lick My Fashion. So shout out to Momtrepreneur University and Mrs. De Rosario. I don't know, I always mess up their names. So shout out to Momtrepreneur University, Mrs. De Rosario, Mr. De Rosario, and the Content Squad, Mr. Jalen, Lick My Fashion, aka Jalen, the one and only fashion guru. So we've been learning, monetizing, how to set up the systems, how to read contracts, everything you need to learn. Trust me, I'm only giving you a little scope of what's in the courses and the communities that we're in. We genuinely support one another and show up for one another. We do events. I mean, they got a tour going on right now. I'm so excited. I'm actually really pumped about that. So shout out to the New Money Tour. Definitely going to check that out for all the field trips we've done so far and the ones that we're about to do, especially summertime. We got to be outside, you know what I'm saying? It's back to what I was saying. It's important that you do take a break, especially if things aren't going well. Refocus, recalibrate, and just spearhead into what, truly makes you feel. I felt a little bit slighted a couple weeks ago. I took about a month or 2 months off of Instagram alone because it was just not working out. It's like Instagram was just like, they say shadow banning is not a real thing. I don't know, so I can't say, but it definitely feels like that at time where you see some people stuff just doing amazing and it's like there's not really any value there. Literally it's just copy and pasting what they see someone else did that's working, and that's just not content creation. That's just not creating. That's just not creative. That's basically plagiarism. But on the other hand, you know what, do what you do, whatever works for you works for you. The problem with that is it crowds the space for people who call themselves creators or content creators or artists or influencers, which is another problem. Yes, they are separate, but it just causes a problem because now it crowds the space, and then it just seems like there's just too much. Like the people love to say, "Oh man, the game in the space is so saturated." It's not. There's just a lot of stuff that's going on that you may just see. But really and truly, there's a very, very small amount of actual people sharing actual value on a day-to-day basis, and that's for real. Difficulties, of course, is always finding those ones, and that's when you find them and you with them and you ride it out through them, whether the content's going good or whatever. Sometimes people may pivot, sometimes they may have to pivot because what they were doing 6 months ago just isn't working anymore. Last year, this game is not the same as this year. You got to pivot because the algorithm changes so much, especially Instagram. I know it sounds like I'm picking on Instagram, I'm really not, but sometimes I find Instagram is my most visible platform, my most active platform, yet it's also my most frustrating platform. I don't know why, but of course, that's my fault. I should have been really focusing on YouTube, which is where the community I really want to grow and really do long term. So we're back. We're working on a lot of vlogs. I have a lot of stuff going on. I've done a lot of events, photography, take you behind the scenes, everything, of course, to my channel as well. I'll show most of the photography stuff on my channel, which is, Tech Dad, PERR1C. There, head over there. And thank you all for checking into the Cyrus family chat. Drop some W's in the chat, as the man Speed would say. Yeah, the last video we posted was about that. I shared my opinion on that, and it really, really made a big difference in how a lot of people see how I think, because generally I'm not very opinionated online, because I'm online to share information and get. I'm not too here to battle and debate, and it seems like a lot of times when you pick a side of what you share your opinion online, there's like some people who are just waiting to just jump on you, and it's just like, I'm not interested in that. I don't have time for that. That's completely wasted energy, and it doesn't really solve anything. Now, we can debate. If you want to have a proper civil conversation back and forth, we're good. The problem is a lot of people online, they cannot debate. They don't like what you think, or they don't agree with you, and then all of a sudden it leads to like insult, especially when they can't win, or they're making themselves look stupid. Then it just leads to insult. Then it's just like, okay, where's this going? I'm not trying to have Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or anyone start flagging my page or keeping my content down because someone decides to start using appropriate language or be stupid or or go against the community guidelines. I don't need any of that stuff. And besides, in general, I'm here to share information and love and inspiration and peace. And y'all never seen me post anything negative online. So, which means I'm not here for that. So if I'm not here for that, I'm just not here for that. No one's gonna draw me out of my character and all that stuff. So, little quick, little intro back. We're back. We're back. Okay, let me put this on here now. Okay, let me put this on here. I'm so excited, especially for the tech space part, because I have so much stuff I upgraded and gotten tested in the last few months that I don't even remember half of them. I actually have a few right here. So let me just give you a quick overview, I should say, and then we'll get it back. So definitely, I've been actually getting into a lot of the. You know what that is? Okay, so I've been getting into a lot of these lately. Dummy batteries, because while I like the flexibility of just being able to move around, there's some cameras that are very stationary. Like right now I'm talking to you, and this is a dummy battery. This is a dummy battery. I haven't even set up. I had this for about 2 months now, sitting here. That's how much busy we've been enjoying life and doing things. We haven't even opened stuff that we bought to use. So instead of having to worry about the battery running out, this is going to be very helpful. And just plug it in, and I never have to worry. Of course, the FX30 has a fan built in, so I never have to worry about overheating. I'm running for 4, 6, 8 hours. Like I'm streaming, man. I could be the new Speed or Kai Cenat. I'm talking about streaming, not that level. I know some of y'all corrupt. Never mind. Bought this for Kita, but I'm keeping it for myself because she got her own tripod stuff. I like how compact this is. So it's a mini tripod that actually extends, and it comes with 2 lights. You can hold your phone. I don't know. You see? Actually extends this far, and it comes this compact. Now, I'm not a big phone user, but I find sometimes the phone is just so much faster and just being able to just capture something very, very quick. You have to take out your camera, turn it on, and all that stuff. So this will definitely be helpful. And as small as this is, of course, everything I do and use has to be compact. It has to be frictionless, seamless, compact, smooth, and very easy to just go get the content and move on. One thing you have to do is set up and do a whole lot of steps. It just genuinely takes away the speed, and sometimes you just miss a moment. Let's be honest. I bought her one of these. I haven't opened mine yet. See, plastic still on. So at least, it's difficult to frame yourself. You turn it this way, it's hard to see if you're properly framing yourself and all that stuff, or if you're focused. So something like this is good to just MagSafe, step in the back. So you got not only a light, but you can actually see yourself because it's a mirror. So perfect. Give her one of those in case you want to use her phone. She's been using the Pocket 3 a lot more. I'm trying to get her into using her camera a little bit more because she'll get a lot more, background separation and a little bit more, dynamic range and everything. But the Pocket 3 is extremely helpful, and hey, as long as she's creating, for me, that's the most important thing. Because with the camera, she was just not taking it up. It's too much work to set up and, worry about the kids knocking it over. Pocket 3, although sensitive and small, you just put it just about anywhere and get your work done without really have to worry too much about it. This one I have, what is this? See, I got stuff I didn't even know. That's not good. I gotta chill on my Amazon account, bro. It's a 4K video capture card. Yes. So at least when I'm streaming or going live or just for my setup, I can actually see what things look like properly and just do a simple setup and just leave it. So right now I'm on a C-stand. It's by Neewer. Most of my stuff is by Neewer, actually. My cage, my handle, my C-stand. Both of my lights, I think even the softbox is by right now. The lights dimmed down to about 20%, and it's a newer 130 watt RBG cob light. The other one is the bicolor, and that's only 60 watts, I believe. I got this tripod, updated my everyday travel tripod from Ulanzi. Shout out to Ulanzi. They haven't sent me anything in a while, but that's one of my favorite brands. They always send me stuff to test, and I've genuinely loved their products. I've been buying their stuff before they even sent me anything. So shout out to the fam over at Ulanzi, of course. And yeah, I really like this one because it goes high enough, and I can actually put two things on there. So let's say I'm using my camera on top of it. I can actually flip this up, put the phone below. Let's say I have a script or anything, I can get that done right there. 2-in-1, easy, and it packs up pretty, just about 13 inches. So y'all know I'm a bag guy. I have bags on bags on bags. You know, like Erykah Badu says she's the bag lady. I'm the bag guy because I love bags, because bags allow me to carry different things for different situations. If I'm just going to run down the street, I don't want to carry a duffel bag. I'm probably going to put a backpack on. Probably put a sling on, but a sling has to be able to carry at least a tripod, Pocket 3, and let's just see my PowerShot V1, which is my main everyday photo camera at the moment. I'm still gonna get my Fuji. Definitely love the X10. I'm thinking about that. I was looking at the XV100, but it's just so overhyped and definitely overpriced. I will never buy that for a camera that's just gonna be able to take photos. That it's just for fun and, you know, beauty of it. I'm not gonna spend that kind of money for something like that. That definitely deserves something just simple. I'm even thinking about the Sony ZV-100, which is about 200mm lens. That's crazy because you can get that in anywhere. It's a lot more compact, well, not a lot more, a little bit more compact than the Canon PowerShot V1, but also it's 200mm. That's crazy. That's good for like I went to the Toronto FC game the other day, and that would have came in clutch. Of course, when you go to those games, you're only allowed to bring in a camera with a fixed lens. Can't be no telephoto, can't be no detachable lens. So she was gonna bring her Sony ZV-E10, and I realized, oh, we can't actually bring that. But I was able to bring the PowerShot V1. Pictures, beautiful. Videos, beautiful. Low light coverage, great. But it only gets you to from 16 to 50mm, which is decent. But when you're in a stadium and you want to get close-up shots, that's where it fails you. But if I had that Sony 100 though, definitely would have been able to make it. 200mm zoom, crazy. It was a perfect for concerts. And that's why a lot of these cameras and DG cameras are coming, you know, a lot more popular these days, because a lot of places don't allow you to bring certain cameras in, especially when it's look a certain way. Excuse me. Kira. Yeah, you can't bring those cameras in, and a lot of business places even. But when you have something small, most people don't really generally bother you. Sometimes they don't even notice it. That's why I love the Pocket 3. Say what you want about the Pocket 3, man. Most people do not notice that thing in your hand. You can mount it a lot of different places. Like when there's a stop sign, I use a magnetic case, or you can use like a claw or something and a boom arm. And there's so many ways you can mount it, and it's so light that you can put it just about anywhere, get some really nice shots. And again, most people don't take it that serious, so you never really have to worry too much about it. Whereas me, I'm not gonna go outside vlogging with FX30. I have a Sony. Okay, see what I mean? So there was some update. So I updated my camera, and apparently if you don't have the original Sony batteries, it doesn't show the bar how much battery you have. So it's just a blank. So you kind of just like aiming in the dark basically when it comes to the update and your new batteries, because now the battery just died and I have no clue it was even close to being dying. See, that's why I got the dummy battery, because I don't have to worry about it ever. Especially, so I hope they do some update where it corrects that. We can actually visually see the battery percentage or whatever, the bar at least. So anyways, moving on. Doing this in real time. It happens. Picked up is a candle warmer. At least, you know, you can get some nice scents going on. I probably shouldn't buy this because I have a lot of diffusers and stuff, and like sage and a different, which I love my sage diffuser and everything, but it's over here. So at least I bought this candle warmer, at least to put over on the other side. When I'm editing, I can just put it on, get some nice, you know, ambient lighting, and still get, you know, a nice, the place smelling pretty good. I should get another sage diffuser as well. I see they have some really cool ones coming out. Definitely gotta get them. So shout out to Sage. A lot of stuff. So I bought another handle, and this one is by JJC. It actually works both on Sony, and Canon. So you can buy this one. It's pretty good. It's about $100, I think. Yeah. As you know, the one I usually use is my small rig, and that works on both cameras as well, both Canon and Sony. But this one is a little bit more solid, so I use this for my 6700, and I use the other one for the PowerShot V1 because it's a little bit lighter camera, so it keeps a little bit more solid. It's not as wobbly. Now, I've been noticing a lot of people complaining and talking about, the study of Bluetooth and signal and all that stuff and health. Of course, we take health seriously over here, so I've started to invest again in some wired headphones. Wired headphones because really and truly, if you think about it, the signal is completely, bouncing back and forth. And you spend hours with Bluetooth on. At some point, it definitely has, even if it's a little bit of effect on you, it has some type of effect. So I'm not saying I'm completely getting rid of Bluetooth because it's just very difficult now. It's almost impossible to get rid of Bluetooth now because the way you use Bluetooth and be able to do everything, I got better glasses, working out, you can't have wires in the way and all that stuff. It's just extremely difficult. So where I can, if I'm in my sitting setting and I'll be able to at least just use one of these, then I'm gonna use one. So I got both TSR and also for USB-C. If I'm doing a gig and I'm monitoring audio, it's much better for me to actually have physical, headphones attached. Now, when I got my iPad, I upgraded to the iPad M3 chip with iPad Air with the M3 chip. I was thinking of getting a pencil, but I just got the cheap one. I'm like, man, there's no way I'm spending $160 for a pencil that just connects whatever. So I got the cheaper one. I probably shouldn't have or whatever, because at the time I couldn't find anything that works. I got y'all. This one works perfectly fine. The battery life is really good, and you just charge it up. It's USB-C. Once you connect it once, you pull it out, you just tap it, and it's on. Works perfectly fine. And guess what? It's $25. So if you don't want to spend $169 for Apple Pen, get one of these. $25 on Amazon. Links will be below. Trust me, it works. I've been using it for the past 3 months. I don't even know where my actual Apple Pen is. Problem is, I can't really sell it. They don't take it back. Apple should fix that for sure. I'm tired of seeing people come out talking, oh man, can you let me some charge? Oh, I need an outlet, bro. Get you one of these. It doesn't have to be the specific one. Trust me, I have like 4 different types of these. Get you portable power bank. I don't understand how you create content, or in general, you go outside without a power bank. It's like $30, $40, $60, depending on what it is. And you can simply just have about 2 charges of your battery, whether it's your phone or whatever, right in your pocket. It's that simple. You gotta invest in yourself. Stop being cheap. Like I said, I got a bunch of these. I got one in my everyday bag. I have this one in one of my other, well, not everyday bag, but a bag that I would use sometimes. Like if I'm going to like events and stuff, something more dressy. I have this one. This one is in my everyday bag. So I have 2 everyday bags. Again, I told you I'm the bag guy. Come on. So this one is great because you can actually use it as a hook, a hole, but it's also the USB-C cable. I'll do a much better, review closer so you can actually see and doing the test and all that stuff. And you have your USB and USB-C here. You turn it on, and it gives you how much of a watts. It gives you how much of a watts, and it tells you the juice and how much is left in there. Pretty, really good. 2 other ones that I keep in my duffel bag that I carry in case I carry my big camera and I have, my C10. The problem is I never want to go outside and my battery's low, or sometimes what happens to my 6700, I don't know if you guys have this issue, where it'll be in your bag and then you get outside and you take it out your bag and it's hot. The switch gets turned on by accident and the entire battery just run out. So now you got 2 batteries. Hopefully you're not one of those people who like, oh, I'm just gonna do 5 minutes of video. Someone take 1 battery. Never take 1 battery. Never. Don't do it. Flag. Red flag. Don't ever do it, bro. Always an extra battery. I always keep 2 with me. You just never know. 60C. Haven't opened this yet. Again, some of my stuff, all of my stuff just end up just being newer, especially when it comes to like lighting. Hey, newer. Holla at your boy. I bought 2 more of the DJI Mini. I just love these things because they're so compact, so small, and it's just, battery life is good. Noise cancellation is great. I love the mic too. I haven't tried the 3s yet, but the thing I don't like about the 3 is it doesn't have the onboard recording I can just take off with a USB-C. I'm not really a fan of that. So I'm gonna stick with the mic 2. I just really love the mic 2. It just looks cooler, let's be honest. It did bring out a new version of this, but judging by what comes with it, it just looks like it's more about aesthetics, changing the color and stuff like that. As far as like performance goes, I've looked about 5 or 6 different videos. They're just about the same. So, of course, if you don't have, probably get the newer ones. But really and truly, if you have these, you're perfectly fine. You don't need to upgrade. Same with the Pocket 3. A lot of people have been asking me, hey, should I get the Pocket 4 or should I just wait for their 360 Luna? 360 Luna should be dropping in about a month or so. I think the most important thing we're going to have to check for the 360 Luna is going to be price point, because apparently the specs are amazing. They haven't released anything as yet. So hopefully it lives up to the hype and the price is good. They'll definitely give DJI some good competition, because let's be honest, Pocket 3 is amazing. It's been like viral for like 2 years. I took about a year before I got it because it didn't have the water resistant, but after a while I was like, no, the quality of it and what it can do, I might as well just get it and worry about the water resistant thing after. And honestly, I had it for about 2.5, almost 3 years now, and it's been perfectly fine. I've dropped it a few times, just taking a beating. It's a lot tougher than it looks. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. It's a lot tougher than it looks. 4 is great. I've looked at someone doing a vlog downtown Toronto and it looks extremely beautiful. Even smoother, you know, the tracking is a lot better. It's upgraded. The 4 is a lot more, it's better with zoom. I think it's like 7 times zoom now. It's amazing. But however, if you have the 3, you don't need to do the upgrade. If you want a little bit more premium, you know, a little bit of features, you can do it. But truly, if you had to pick both, I guess it just comes down to pricing. But really and truly, the Pocket 3 is still an amazing camera. I carry it everywhere I go. I generally never leave the house with that. So anyways, so I gotta hit to work. So I'm gonna catch up with y'all later, of course. Thank y'all for tapping in with the family. And I'm gonna see y'all in a bit. Don't worry, new vlogs coming soon. A lot of stuff. It's starting to get nice out in Toronto. But hey, I didn't even drop the Barbados series yet. Listen, I got about 7 or 8 Barbados vlogs I haven't even edited. Like, that's how much backed up I've been on content, because we've been just living life and doing so much and just documenting it that after a point, it's just like you're just stacking and stacking. And which brings me to the next thing as far as storage. We all know how storage has been getting extremely expensive lately. So if you are in the market and content and you want to save your stuff, I say you should save your stuff. I know some people don't, but save it. Definitely get yourself a nice SSD, at least a 1 terabyte or something. Believe me, right now I'm struggling with space because I can re-record so much that I have about 3. I have 3, 1 that I carry with me and 2 home, and they're full. And then I have my backups. It's crazy. Like everything's like double the price right now because of AI with all the chips and all that stuff. Even the micro SSD has been extremely ridiculous. Like I bought a set of 2 in November, $34. I'll actually put it up here so you guys can see. Man, I checked it 2 weeks ago. It's $80. Can't make this up. So which is a good reminder, whenever a videographer or a photographer tell you a certain price, just know it's not just something they're just really making up. It just has to be worth it, because these things are expensive. Like, think about it. You got a $2,500 camera, okay? $300 lens. It's one of my cheaper lenses. You got a $100 cage and a $200 SSD card. This is about 200 bucks. Next time a photographer or videographer give you a quote, make sure you understand. Stuff isn't cheap, and then you got your time, you got to editing software that you probably rent or bought for $500 or $600 bucks. Like, it gets very expensive. And it's time, you know, brands and creators and businesses also show respect to creators, because a lot of people just want you to do all this high quality, you know, work, spend time to get it done for you, but they want to own your content and not really pay you, or pay you very, very low, or try to make you an affiliate. I only work with affiliate brands that I really and genuinely, truly, you know, see my worth, and also, most importantly, stuff I actually use. So I get a lot of offers to do affiliate work, when it's just like, yeah, I can't have a link. I can't have my standard store with 20 different links. It's just too much. So genuinely, it's things with my kids, family, and the tech that I genuinely use, and of course, like partners. So therefore, if you want to work with Kita, myself, or the family in general, just reach out to info@pixels.com, and we'll be sure to get back to you, of course. Let's continue to build and create a great relationship and get some really nice, you know, wholesome, informative, and inspirational content out there. So until next time, gotta head out to work. I'm gonna see y'all. Thank y'all for checking in. Peace.